Welcome to Gamage Facts, and today we're hopping into the Animus to bring you 10 facts you didn't know about the Assassin's Creed series to present. In this list, we'll be looking at facts from the development and post-release of the Assassin's Creed series with a few. Let's throw in a few Easter eggs. What obscure facts from Assassin's Creed that you'd like to share with us? Let's know in the comments. Oh, you can't trust anyone, that's just. Before we start, we'll be releasing content throughout the week, so subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos. The reason Altair can't swim. Have you ever wondered why a trained assassin can't swim? Assassin's Creed Altair couldn't swim, which isn't due to the assassin's inability, but rather a bug in the Animus that is never mentioned in the games themselves. Assassin's Creed 2 Manual. You'll find notes from Lucy all over the place saying that the annoying bug in the Animus 1.0 software that prevents the ancestors from swimming needs to be fixed. All assassins could swim after this small bug in the intakes was fixed. The scalping mechanic was removed. We have learned that the man responsible for today's shooting may have been in disguise. A wig and a makeup box were found near the crime scene. However, this mechanic was removed from the game for two reasons. First, because it was too brutal and didn't fit Connor as a character, and second, because Thomas Deere, a cultural liaison officer, was hired by Ubisoft to keep the portrayal of Native Americans in the game as accurate as possible. Ubisoft had hired to keep the representation of Native Americans in the game as accurate as possible. He informed the team that the Mohawk didn't scalp their enemies, the citizens wouldn't have been under this end of the Barclays. You know this is true. I did it. You okay? While creating the world of Assassin's Creed, the teams try to stay as accurate as possible. This even applies to the target you'll assassinate in the games, and the first Assassin's Creed should be one of the targets, Conrad of Montferrat. When the Ubisoft Montreal team did further research, they found that Conrad was mysteriously killed, just not in 1191, the time period in which the game is set. The team replaced Conrad with William as the target to stay as historically accurate as possible. Their plans are creative freedoms in the end. The team strives to remain as historically accurate as possible in the Assassin's Creed games. Assassin's Creed games to be as accurate as possible. This became difficult with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. With other entries in the series they were able to rely on. Well, Darby McDevitt, lead writer for the series, said that we ended up at a point where we had to do a lot of inventing, or at least a lot of speculating, to figure out where these people were, what they were thinking, and what they were doing, because there was very little information about the pirates at this time in which the game is set. In this time in which the game is set, stories about specific pirates circulated from town to town. This is referred to in the game when you hear the guards talking about Edward Kenway's reputation and false rumors. Although the series has only been around for 15 years and has 12 games, it even surpasses the Tom Clancy series with over 40 games in the first year. Assassin's Creed Valhalla became Ubisoft's best-selling game, bringing the company over $1 billion in customer revenue. This figure includes sales of the game and microtransactions. With sales like that, one wonders how well the upcoming live service title, Assassin's Creed Infinity, will do abroad. National Geographic. The National Geographic Museum used gameplay from Assassin's Creed Origins as part of one of their exhibits. During the National Geographic's exhibit titled Queens of Egypt, gameplay was used to show life in ancient Egypt. The teams working on Assassin's Creed strive to be as accurate as possible with their Origins showed the daily life of people at that time, focusing on the workers and their roles. Assassin's Creed Origins even had a non-combat mode to teach people during a virtual tour of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt tried several times to build the Great Pyramid. Numerous times ancient writings describe details of its interior, evidence that some made their way inside though who gained access first, and when is unknown Arabic calligraphy. They will return to the darkness. The upcoming game Assassin's Creed Mirage has a hidden detail in the logo that fans may have missed. The logo consists of Arabic calligraphy that reads "The Hidden," which is an allusion to the Hidden Ones. The Hidden Ones are the first form of the Assassin Brotherhood that formed in Egypt. The Hidden Ones would work in the shadows to protect their people from injustice and preserve their free will, which was threatened by the Templars, who pulled the strings of the leaders to support their demands fueled by greed. Covet reference. Let's take a look when outside of the Animus in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, players can find certain documents, including an email dated 11 May 2020. This email is a conversation between Layla and Rami. Hassan. In the email, Layla tells Rami, "I've no desire, and I'm well insulated, the three of us travel together and stay out of sight. All too well after the pandemic, you should have kept it until the bitter end." Bitter end. Red Dead Redemption inspired the team at Ubisoft Montreal to create a hunting mechanic for Assassin's Creed 3 while Red Dead Redemption was being released, and the success of Red Dead inspired the team at Ubisoft to build on what made Red Dead's hunting mechanic and frontier so great. Lead writer Matt Turner said, "We should look at the success of Red Dead and see how we can take it in a new direction, and I think that's exactly what we did with the hunting in Assassin's Creed 3 is pretty good, but unfortunately it didn't surpass the groundwork laid by Rockstar and Red Dead Redemption." Notre Dame, a single developer for Assassin's Creed. Unity notes on the Notre Dame Cathedral. This developer's task was to study the landmark for 2 years, with the main goal of recreating it in the game as faithfully as possible. A one-to-one replica wasn't possible, as the team had to change some parts of the cathedral's layout to make it fun for players to climb it. Additional paths were created for players, which in turn make it easier to climb Notre Dame. Assassin's Creed games. If you liked this video, check out these other clips from Gamage Facts. Subscribe to our page and ring to be notified of our latest videos.